As part of government's efforts to encourage farmers to engage in value-added production across the agriculture sector, the coconut industry has been given a boost with the arrival of the first of 8 coconut shredders, which will ultimately result in value being added to coconut husks, which for the most part is currently thrown away. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa says government recognizes the importance of value-added production and sees the coconut husk for the transformative value it possesses. He said value-added production in the coconut industry is a natural progression in its development.
You know, I have been talking about value-added product, and we started out with these GMC processing facilities around the country. This is another one that we have started in the coconut sector, where we are buying these threshing machine and using the husks also to have value added. To use it, we can do different things with it. There are a lot of people who are demanding this, but we have been throwing away the shells and the husks. Now we are trying to utilize it and make it into a value-added product. There are a lot of things that can be produced on these husks, right? But we started out, and what we'll be doing in Guyana, I will replicate this across this country. Not only the whole coconut estate. Yesterday we went into the Pomeroon. We had a number of meetings in the Pomeroon, and the president himself has made commitment that we will also take some of those machines in the Pomeroon to help with the
General Manager of Hope Estate, Mr. Ricky Rupjan, says coconut fiber, though underutilized in Guyana, has significant value when used in value-added forms such as mulch and peat for use in agriculture.
This is a coconut, what we call a coconut husk, and this machine would convert this into coconut fiber and coconut core, which is two very useful and very cheap materials that can be used for mulching and growing of seedling in our agriculture sector. This material here in Guyana presently is very underutilized. Most people would dump it or burn it without converting it in any useful material. So these machines will, what we have planned for this program, will address this problem to some extent. This problem is more pronounced in the Pomeroon area where people dump it in the river. So of the 8 machines we will acquire during this year in total, at least 3 would be going to the Pomeroon area, and the other 5 will be distributed around the country. So we are trying to stimulate this idea of converting this very valuable material, which is very cheap, into usable products that can be used in the agriculture sector. It's an excellent material, the coconut fiber. It can be used for mulching. It has a very high absorptive capacity. At 1 pound of coconut fiber, when saturated with water, could hold about 10 pounds of its weight, so in equivalent. So when you use it as a mulch, you use less water. So we are trying to promote the idea here at Hope Estate. We'll be using the coconut husk, the fiber now, to grow our seedlings.
According to Mr. Rupjan, the shredded husk is now being used in the coconut seedling program at Hope Estate. He explained that the machine is capable of producing 3 different products.
This machine, you could have 3 products. In terms of the coconut fiber, you have 2 different grades. You have the more coarser grain here, which is kind of a chip form, and you have the more fibrous grade here. So you have 2 grades can produce based on the setting. The other product that you have is the what you call the cocoa peat, which is the dust, which is very, very good for nursery, growing of seedlings in nursery. Seedling nursery. This is very, very good for seedling production. So the machine will give you 3 products. So you have the 2 grades of the coconut fiber along with the coconut peat.
The finely shredded husk is currently being used in the coconut nursery for the germination of the recently acquired Brazilian coconuts, which is being introduced to the local industry.
For the germination of seed nuts, we'll be using the coconut fiber. The because it's more suitable. So we'll water, at home we will water about 3 times a week during the dry. With the addition of this to the beds now, we will only water about 1 time per week, average. So we conserve on our water usage.
The other coconut shredders are slated to arrive in the country over the next few weeks and will be dispatched to the various regions for use by coconut farmers interested in incentivizing their coconut husks.